Fly fishing is like a lot of things in life. You have peaks and valleys, but oftentimes you come out a slightly better person because you simply got out and tried. It's the effort that helps us all learn and grow, and helps us to become better versions of ourselves. Recently, I had a day free to get out and do a solo trip. I wanted to hit a local river that I hadn't fished in a while, but I also wanted to try and explore some stretches that I had never fished. I think that local water is important to visit on a regular basis. For me, I get to enjoy the day fishing, but I also get to check in on the health of the river and to get reminded of what drew me to this drainage in the first place. One of the things that has always drawn me to fly fishing is the fact that it's very ritualistic and formulaic. I can be a total creature of habit sometimes, but it's the steps that I love to go through. There's just something about the setup of the gear before you actually get out and fish. I love how important a step this can be, but so many times we do it in haste because we were bubbling over in anticipation to get out on the water. I wish I could bottle up that feeling of excitement and bring it out for when the day isn't going the way you had hoped. Little did I know at the time, but this was about to be one of those trips. This day was shaping up to be one of those days. It's amazing to me how when you aren't catching many fish, the everyday flubs of fishing seem to be amplified and occur more often. We all have such high hopes for any trip. The reality of it is if we caught a bunch of huge fish on every trip, the fishing would lose some of its allure. You need to do badly sometimes. It motivates you to get out again and try to do better. Though these types of days can be quite maddening at the time. I'm in the tree. I'm out of the tree. This has just been one of those days. There's nothing but tiny little fish in here, and I swear I've caught bigger fish in here in the past. I don't know, it's pretty late, water's pretty low, pretty late in the year, so I really don't know, but sure is nice to be out, I guess. So I got one more spot I'm going to try up there, and then yeah, it might be time to think about wrapping it up. So see what happens. It was a long day to catch that fish, but you know what? It's worth it. It's worth it because I'm not at home and I'm not at work, or I'm not, fill in the blank. So this is a good place to be. So any day in the water is good, even if it's not the best day you've ever had. You got to keep your attitude good, and you got to keep your spirits up. Helps when you catch fish. Though. All right. There also comes a point on really any trip where it's good to take your attention away from the water and to absorb the world around you for a little while. Typically, the riparian zones around trout streams can be some of the most beautiful places, full of life and constant change.
Well, I'm back at the truck, calling it a day. I caught some fish, and that's all that really matters. That's actually not true. What really matters is the fact that I got out. I got out, and I did exactly what I was expecting to do. I wasn't even planning on going fishing until last night, and, you know, I think trips are like that sometimes. Trips are really like that where, you know, I talked about this in, you know, a couple of videos ago about, you know, the pivot, and sometimes you just you don't get everything you want out of it, but you get something out of it, and that's really, I think, the important lesson out of all of this is just get something out of it. And for me, it's mental health. It's being in the outdoors. It's being in nature. It's seeing new things, coming to areas that, you know, I've been before, but maybe exploring new parts of it. So all that is great. I had a wonderful day. I had a really, really wonderful day. I don't get to do solo days as often as maybe I should. Part of that's because of safety, but also part of that is just, you know, I enjoy going fishing with other people. So I think there's something to be said for having time to yourself to really kind of collect your thoughts, but also, you know, enjoy the things you enjoy to do. So with that, I think we're done. And I think that I'm excited because I get to go fishing again in 2 days, and that's probably going to be also an awesome video. And I might catch very few fish on that, but I kind of feel like that's not going to be the case because I have a fun idea for that one. So with that, we'll see you again next time. Thanks for coming along for the journey. Cheers.